back. I'm Shea Wood.
And I'm Susan Milligan, and we're with Lock and Key Ministries.
We're glad to be back with you. We had a little weensy time off.
Just a little. It was a weensy time off.
Okay,
It was
we
pretty
got a little
large
off track.
amount of time.
We got a little off track. So, we wanted to get back to it.
We just want to be real,
Yeah.
Sometimes we get a little off track, get a little distracted.
Just
So hopefully you'll forgive us and understand that that's just
part of life.
Yes,
it is. So, but we're glad to be back with you, and we want to share more from Moving Him In, 12 Tangible Keys to Preparing a Place for Christ. And we left off in chapter 9, which was the blame chapter.
the blame chapter.
Which is, as you know, we say, blame everybody else. For
Do we
all
say
your
that?
business.
There's a fly flying around, just so you know. We're not going to stop videoing, but it is flying around.
So, no, we don't say that. So, if you didn't read chapter 9, I hope you get a chance to read it. But after chapter 9 is chapter 10. Isn't that convenient?
Yes, it is so convenient. What is that chapter?
It is a place for self-revelation and our need for God. So, it's really just coming to an understanding. What I write about in the chapter is just, self-revelation seems like meditation and real kind of
A little new agey.
And I didn't really like that. But what God revealed to me was, there was a place in my life where I came to the realization, the self-revelation, that I needed Him. I needed Him to come in and transform my life. It was no longer me that could do anything. And so that's where He started with me, because when we go through the book, there's some questions and some prayers and some things that you walk through within each chapter. And when you get to self-revelation, you realize you've been through all these things. You come to a new understanding of how much you really do need God and how thankful you are for Him.
Right. Well, and for me, self-revelation was, I was a perfectionist by nature. And so God had to just kind of unpack everything. He had to show everything about me, the good, the bad, the real ugly. And then I had a choice. Was I going to acknowledge this? And was I going to ask for Him to help me, that need for God? Or was I just going to be like, whatever, let me keep blaming myself or everybody else? So for me, that's what self-revelation was. And it is so distracting, that door. I mean, my gosh, can everything go wrong in this one video? We're going to keep rolling. So anyway, in the chapter, I talk about this amazing verse found in John. It's not a verse, but a story found in John. It's about the man who had been sick for 38 years. He was at the pool of Bethesda. It's a great story. And evidently, when the pool is stirred up by an angel, the first person that hops in that pool got their healing. And so,
Or that was the rumor.
That was the rumor.
That's what everybody sitting around the pool believed.
And so many people that were sick hung out at that pool. And Jesus came up and asked this man who had been sick for 38 years, would you like to be made well? That was just always blew my mind.
Doesn't that indicate why He's there?
Yeah.
Because He's like, I'm trying to wait to get well.
Right.
It seems like
It was a really weird rhetorical question to me.
Yeah.
But when I dug into it further, God showed me, really, Susan, everybody needs to be asked that question. Do you want to be made well? And that's what He had to ask me when I had a self-revelation of myself. Do you want all this to go away? And that man, of course, answered Jesus not directly. He said, well, sir, I don't have anybody to throw me in the pool.
Nobody will help me.
And nobody helped me. He was doing a little blaming.
Yeah.
But Jesus is so compassionate. He healed him. But then what I found is that later on in the chapter, Jesus found that same man and asked him, or told him, look, sin no more, or something greater will happen. So that point of self-revelation is a point of repentance.
That's good.
And so we just want to encourage you not to be scared by the things that you discovered in the chapters of mask, confession, blame. Don't be scared of that stuff. Jesus knew it anyway. He died on the cross for it. And He really just wants you to answer the question, do you want to be made well? And with that comes repentance, a little self-sacrifice.
Right. And change.
But He's there every step of the way.
I know. But sometimes we don't even want to admit that we need Him because we're afraid He will make us change.
Right.
And really, He just brings the change.
Right.
It's not making us do anything. That's what's so awesome.
It is. Great chapter. We encourage you to read it. It's a fun one. And we'll try and be back a lot sooner than what we did last time.
Thanks for hanging in there with us. We love you guys.
Bye.